College Football Update with your host, Sean Spencer and Alex Loosemore.
Hey, we saw there's a number of games this weekend. We're going to hit up our college football scoreboard week 2 recap. Hey, talk to me about Michigan. I saw you guys got the dub. Corum running the ball nice. How you feeling about them?
I feel this was exactly what I expected. We got that running game going. That's why we only scored 35 points. Just kind of controlled the clock, imposed our will, and it was nice to see Corum get going again. He had a 3 touchdowns, 15 carries, 80 yards, so 6 yards a carry. Was impressive to see. Donovan Edwards is still coming along slowly, so I hope he kind of picks it up. But it was nice to see Corum go well again. JJ's still on fire. Only 3 incompletions on the entire day, 22 of 25, 278 yards, and another 2 touchdowns, both to Roman Wilson again.
Okay.
So Roman Wilson has 5 touchdowns on the year.
Wow.
That's the number 1 guy right now.
That's the guy.
That's the guy JJ is most comfortable with. The offensive line looked better this week. I thought they kind of struggled early against Eastern Carolina, but again, a lot of new faces. I think it's 3 new guys on the starting 5. So it does take time to click. They looked a lot better on Saturday. And this defense is still playing lights out. This is arguably probably a top 5, top 3 defense in the country. I know we haven't really played anybody, but there's so many guys at all 3 levels that are getting it done. I mean, Jalen Harrell right off the bat had a couple sacks in the first quarter. Junior Colson is leading that linebacking core beautifully. With a mix of like Mike Barrett, Ernest Hauschman, like they're rotating other guys in, and it's all going well. And that secondary looks awesome. Keon Sabb, a guy, he was a 4-star recruit last year. We stole him from Clemson like right near the end of signing day. Oh, nice. And he's just gotten into the rotation because a couple of the safeties ahead of him were hurt. So he got to start the last 2 games, and he's played very well. I love what I'm seeing from this defense too.
I can dig that. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Who you guys got next? Is it
Bowling Green?
Oh.
Sharon Moore is the head coach, and then we get Harbaugh returning for Rutgers.
Oh my goodness, good old Bowling Green.
It's nice to kind of have like the 3 games where I can just like kick back. Like we had to leave early to catch the train for the game on Saturday to go to the CFL game. And got to watch the first half, and I was like, yeah, I don't got to worry about this game. It's over. Good. Like, I can just, I'll check the final score when I get to the stadium. Like,
wow. Must be nice.
Yeah, it doesn't last too much longer, but.
I had South Carolina last week, and then the daggone pesky App State this week. We can't seem to shake these guys, man. Last year, we know there was the monument, 63-61 ball game that came down to the wire where they had a 40-point fourth quarter. And this year, I think that's been the theme. That's been the thing. We have got to play better on defense. And to our credit, we played a lot better on defense. But I think one of the biggest things that I wanted to see this year, because obviously the microscope is on Drake May. Everybody's looking at him. He's already openly projected by all the commentators outside of not just you and I, but everybody. He's the number 2 quarterback off the board, yada, 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 right? So I want to see how he does in that. And by the numbers, it's been kind of mediocre. Both games just over 200 yards, having a couple touchdowns. He has firm control of that offense, and I love it. But one of the things I loved about this is one of the things that's been hidden because of the Drake May love is our running game. I talked to you this year about Amarion Hampton. He showed up a little bit in that first game, and this game he went off. Definitely one of my game balls, over 200 yards, 3 TDs, including a touchdown in overtime. Basically, it took us 2 overtimes to get this done. So, Alex, yes, I was sweating again this year. But, hey, we got it done. And we're showing resilience. It's really nice to see, Mac Brown get these guys up for these games because with everything that happened with Tez Walker, shout out to Free Tez, my guy, and not having him, we really are kind of looking like it's really like who's wide receivers, wide receiver by committee. Like, who are we going for? J.J. Jones had over 90 yards. Kobe Passover had, over 70. So these aren't guys that I'm not familiar with. So I love that he's distributing around, but I really love that we ran the ball. Got another W. We go and play the Big Ten next. We got Minnesota next week. So it's going to be a ground and pound. Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see that one, man. Any other games this week that really caught your eye? I know you were out, and as was I.
I mean, there's a few of those kind of later ones. The big ones we talked about going into last week. I mean, Alabama, Texas. I was so glad to see Texas pull that one off. Also, really disappointed by the Alabama fans. I don't know if you saw that clip of the guys right near the sideline. There were some Alabama fans. Some of the Texas players were kind of celebrating on the sideline. Yeah. There's Alabama fans yelling, "Go back to the projects," and saying some other obscene words I'm not going to say here. And just really, really poor character by some of those fans. Yeah, I was really disappointed by that. And I mean, good on the Texas players. They just kind of looked over and just kind of kept doing their thing. So good on them not to react and just kind of keep it classy. But was really proud of Texas and the way they did it and handled themselves, and really disappointed by Alabama. More so their fans than the actual team. The team play handled it well. But yeah, that was really disappointing.
Wow.
Ole Miss Tulane. That was a really good game as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Very good game.
Absolutely.
Those were kind of the two I was looking at.
I kept an eye on the game that we both talked about when we were talking about the coach's hot seat, Miami and Texas A&M. I looked early that Texas A&M was going to get it done. I think they jumped up 10-0, but then Miami hit a couple nice passes down the field, and then all of a sudden this thing turns into a rout, man. Van Dyke and them went off. So Jimbo's the one that got the L, and it did not look pretty. At least if it was close, maybe I could say something, but I mean, they got
two scores, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that's kind of frustrating to see for him. So we'll see. I definitely paid against that. I also Cincinnati versus Pitt. I wanted to see that one because we know how Pitt is. Narduzzi, the old Michigan State coach, as their head coach, man. We know they have stout defenses. And Cincinnati put up 66 a week ago?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was trying to see what they brought, and hey, it was a game. It was a great one. Cincinnati comes out on top 27-21, man. But that's definitely one that caught my eye for the most part. But yeah, man, I mean, there was a number of them, man, and I know you guys all saw them as well.